This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some what now. This life is a long ride, filled with strife. The test of a man is how it survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times. Choose your life.
Okay, this not my first time in this hemisphere. Lord knows I've been here. I fucked up before, so I understand my condition here. Born no knowledge of self, though my parents' efforts was sincere. Became a thunderous wanderer, lost in this biosphere. Nana on her deathbed, telling me I'm tired, dear. At the age of 4, that was yesteryear. Now I'm at 34, showing signs of her spirit here. Too young to think of rest beyond the stratosphere. Became known to love through the trust ish that never healed. Damage people, watch your step in this minefield. Best believe I tell you these things are real. Your flesh knows yourself, been praying for Lord to interfere. God knows I've been going through shit. Even through it all, I found lessons in it. Though my soul has never found peace with every step, I gain strength, so I swear I'll never quit.
This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some what now. This life is a long ride, filled with strife. The test of a man is how it survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times. Choose your life.
The test of a man is the grit that he daily shows. The way he stands up on his feet and takes like bumps and blows. In this furnace of affliction, you can't be no hoe. The character of a man ain't shown when things are good, when things are low. Lord knows I didn't walk through the fire, feet to the coals. Had a couple demons try to take my soul, while leaving footprints in the sand as I stroll. In this mission of ascension, for this vessel gets sold. Generational curses sometimes take their toll. No man is a prophet in the land of his home. In a man's household are many foes. Family means well, but most times they pigeonhole. I pray the Father welcomes this prodigal son home. Just living out my life, right in my wrongs. If I die tonight, no fear, my soul lives on.
This life is a long ride, strife, full of wisdom, truth, and full of lies. I found love a couple times, it was nice. Had a couple trusted friends and some what now. This life is a long ride, filled with strife. The test of a man is how it survives. I had thoughts of suicide and family life. A coward dies 1,000 times. Choose your life. This life is a long ride.
All right. Clap it up. All right. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand? It is Monday, you understand? The history breakdown class, where we get into the hidden mysteries and parables, breaking them down, line upon line, precept upon precept, bringing out the historical records. You understand? It's very important to have these things. Hey, where's the lighter? It went out. It's all good. If you want to grab another one, that's fine. All right. So like I said, so today's subject matter, you understand, in today's history breakdown class is oppression makes a wise man mad and a gift destroys the heart, right? The reason why this is so prevalent right now, right? Like you don't hear no conspiracy theories about the vaccines right now. You want to know why? Because the stimulus checks are rolling out. You understand? Just like when the first stimulus check rolled out, you didn't hear anything about the COVID-19 anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because a gift destroys the heart, man. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go through historical records You understand? Showing what like the scripture says, there's no new thing under the sun. You understand? And if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it, right? Okay, so we're gonna start off in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. All right, when you got it, go ahead and read it, brother.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad,
Mm-hmm.
and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Read it again.
Come, sir. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Why should oppression make a wise man mad? Go ahead.
So like, sir, I would say, like, in our case, in us knowing the truth that we are supposed to be above all people and knowing that we are in this lowly state, that's what drives us crazy.
Right. You understand? So, being in the truth, you know what I'm saying, in the Israelite school, universal practical knowledge, even a trooper, you understand, can destroy a Christian pastor. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, the wool is taken off of your eyes. You know what I'm saying? And most brothers, when they first come into the truth, they are extreme zealots. You know what I'm saying? Someone that is extremely zealous of the law. You know what I'm saying? Because they realize they've been lied to their entire lives, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Oppression makes a wise man mad because you know why the social construct is set up the way it's set up. You understand? You understand why our people are in the condition that we're in and why the other nations are in the condition that they are in, right? Okay? Read the next part.
Come, sir. And a gift destroyeth the heart.
You want to know why a gift destroys the heart? You understand? The same reason why you don't hear what's your boy name? I always forget his name. I remember everyone else's, but the one that was holding the bag of Skittles. Yeah, the same reason why you don't hear Trayvon Martin's name anymore. You know what I'm saying? You take that settlement. You know what I'm saying? The same reason why you don't hear Allison Sterling's name anymore. You know what I'm saying? You take that settlement. You know what I'm saying? A gift destroys your heart. Same reason why you don't hear Big Floyd's name anymore, because you accept that settlement. You know what I'm saying? Same reason, like you don't even hear Breonna Taylor's anymore. Everybody's like, say her name.
Right.
You don't even hear her name no more. You know what I'm saying? Same reason why you don't hear Philando Castile's name anymore, or Tamir Rice. You know what I'm saying? Because a gift destroys the heart. You know what I'm saying? You get distracted by pagan holidays that mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get distracted by stimulus checks. You get distracted by income tax. You know what I'm saying? A gift destroys the heart. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Keep reading.
Come, sir. Verse 8. Better is the end of a thing.
Better is what?
The end of a thing.
Better is what?
The end of a thing.
You know what I'm saying? This is also a precept and a cut for birthdays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The scripture says, better is the end of a thing. Keep reading.
Come. Than the beginning thereof.
You feel me? So like the testament is when this is all over, right? That's when the records are going to be written for what has transpired, right? Just like when Moses went through the conflict, you know what I'm saying? Like, people always say that Moses established the law. Moses did not establish the law. He established the first government in Israel. You know what I'm saying? So in government, you have to have records, right? So he established the records from before him to then. You know what I'm saying? Everything that was passed down orally, right? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Same thing after the situation with Elijah. You know what I'm saying? Scribes took that down. You know what I'm saying? Same thing after it happened with Elisha, with Obadiah. You know what I'm saying? With Micah, Nehemiah. You know what I'm saying? With Christ. You know what I'm saying? With Peter, with Paul, with John. You know what I'm saying? Right. So what you have to understand, like the beginning, don't pay attention to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I mean, we're close to the end in anything, but like even in the midst of the condition that we're in as a people, like people think the brothers and sisters of the Israelite School Universe Practical Knowledge, they're crazy because of the way that they dress, right. The way that they carry themselves. You understand? But we won't look so crazy in the end. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking so crazy now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that's been prophesied since 1969 is starting to come to fruition. Right? Keep reading, brother.
Come on, sir. Mm-hmm. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
Say it again.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
You have to understand that the patient win this race. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes long suffering to win this race. Like this is not a sprint. You understand? Christ said, "He that endured to the end, the same shall be saved." You understand? Not someone that endured for an hour, a week, a moment, a month, a year, 5 years, 10 years. You understand? He that endureth until either Christ come back or until you die, the same shall be saved. Right? Okay? So, like this class is literally about what the scripture is talking about. Oppression makes a wise man mad, and the gift destroyed the heart. Go to the link that I sent you in Messenger. All right. Okay. So now we're gonna look at. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's it. All right. Once you go down to the first treaty, right? So let's look at before. You know what I'm saying? We like some of our people were brought over here in the transatlantic slave trade, right? You had the Reconquista, right? The Reconquista is the Spanish Inquisition, right? You know what I'm saying? Where you had your boy Colombo, you know what I'm saying? You had Amerigo Vespucci, you had the conquistadors, which were the Spaniards and the Portuguese. You understand? Come and conquer America, right? And come and conquer the so-called Aboriginals or Native Americans of the Americas of this continent, right? Which we know as the Northern Kingdom. Okay, so when they came here, they tried. Travis Sparks, you said precepts for that. Type in what precepts that you need that for. What precepts are you referring to? So in saying that, right? So they conquered these people first. Right? What was done to them was mastered, bringing blacks over here in the transatlantic slave trade, right? Okay, so let's look at these treaties that they thought were cool, you understand, and a gift that actually destroyed the heart. All right, so I'm gonna pull up the first one. Which treaty is it? It's the Treaty of Delaware's. All right, let me pull it up on the screen so everybody can follow along with you, okay? All right, so we're talking about the treaties that the Native Americans brokered with the United States of America, and the United States of America turned around and broke these treaties, right? I mean, like it was so many treaties that it couldn't even be numbered anymore. All right, let's pull it up on the screen for them. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me, y'all. Okay, so we're dealing with the Treaty of the Delawares. Matter of fact, start at the Treaty of the Hopewell, 1785. All right, let me pull that up on the screen for him. All right, go ahead.
Come, sir. This is from history.com. Treaty of Hopewell, 1785 and 86. In the years following the Revolutionary War, Andrew Pickens and other commissioners of the new U.S. government concluded 3 highly similar treaties with the Cherokee, Choctaw, and Cherokee nations at Hopewell. Mm-hmm. Pickens' plantation home in northwestern South Carolina. collectively known as the Treaty of Hopewell. These agreements extended the friendship and protection of the United States to the southern Native American tribes.
It did what?
These agreements extended the friendship.
The what?
The friendship.
I'm sorry, the what?
The friendship
Okay.
and protection of the United States to the southern Native American tribes.
Uh-huh.
All three ended with the same sentence.
They all ended with what? Let's see what the sentence said. Keep reading.
Quote in quotation marks. The hatchet shall be forever buried.
The what shall be forever buried?
The hatchet shall be forever buried.
Now, what does a hatchet represent? You know what a hatchet is?
Like a small axe, sir?
Like a small axe, right? Something that Native Americans carried. What do you do with a hatchet or with an axe? Well, what were they doing with it?
It's like, sir, what were the Native Americans doing? They were chopping their heads off with them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They were going to war with it.
Right.
Right? But the end of every page of the treaty ended with this, right?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It ended with the hatchet shall be forever buried. So the war spirit of the Native American shall be forever buried. You understand? All right. Keep reading. Let me pull up the next page so they can keep reading along with you. Shalakia. I mean, like it ain't nothing to play with, man. You know what I'm saying? Like when they put it right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Their whole spirit and everything that they want to do to you is put right in front of you, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and read the let's see, what's that? 26.
Well, it's
2656.
It's still some more in that.
No. You gonna keep reading? No, it ain't over.
Oh, okay.
It ain't over. I'm just pulling up the next page so they can read along with you.
But Salaki, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
That's just like telling us, well, if you are, say, a tribe of Judah, say like the lion gonna be buried forever. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing they did to them, right there in their face.
All right, keep reading.
Come, sir. And peace given by the United States of America. Despite this sentiment, white settlers were already moving onto the lands designated for the Cherokee.
So they got them to put down their weapons and arms that they use to protect their families. You understand? And while they did that, you understand, these white settlers started encroaching upon their lands. So what do you think the white settlers had? Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, probably guns.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So they had nothing to defend their women and children. You understand? Because they're thinking, all right, so we are at peace with the white man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But oppression makes a wise man mad, but a gift does what? It destroys the heart. You understand? So their heart was in peacetime. You understand? But the white man's heart was in wartime. You understand? And they had what we talked about in the other history class. They had a Thanksgiving because they wiped out tribes.
Right.
They wiped them off of their lands. They kept pushing them back till they didn't want to push anymore. They just killed them, man. You understand? All right. Go to let me pull the next one up. Let's see, that was.
There's still some more.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Come, sir. Leading to more conflict and the Treaty of Holston in 1791, in which the Cherokee forfeited still more land.
They did what?
They forfeited still more land.
Good night, brother. You know what I'm saying? All right, go to the Treaty of the Canada Gia and the Pickering Treaty of
Calico Treaty.
There you go.
Got it.
All right. So now what you gonna find out that a lot of the land that's named in America,
Right.
you're gonna find out that it's Native American land. Like Canada is literally named after the Canandaigua. You understand? This is a whole tribe of Native Americans that the French stole their land.
Damn.
You understand? Hold on, let me pull it up so they can read along with you. You know what I'm saying? It says 58. Go to 59. All right, go ahead.
Come sir. This is the Treaty of the Canandaigua, Pickering Treaty, Calico Treaty, 1794.
Mm-hmm.
Seeking to improve relations between his government and the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, a powerful group of 6 Iroquois-speaking tribes, the Mohawk, Cayuga, Onondaga, Oneida, Seneca, and Tuscarora nations.
Hold on. What? Say that S one again.
Seneca.
Pay attention to that name. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And Tuscarora nations, President George Washington sent his Postmaster General, Timothy Pickering, to negotiate a treaty at Canandaigua, New York. The treaty restored more than 1 million acres of land to the Seneca.
To the what?
To the Seneca. That had been ceded by treaty 10 years earlier and recognized the sovereignty of the 6 nations to govern themselves and set laws. It also promised an annual payment by the United States to the Haudenosaunee of $4,500 in goods.
And that's about equivalent to almost $50,000 today. You understand? Keep reading.
Including calico cloth. Over the years, as the 6 nations' territory was further reduced,
it was what?
Further reduced.
You understand? So they gave him how many acres? How many acres did they give him?
Hold on, sir. 1 million acres.
So they gave him 1 million acres.
Right.
Right? And as the white man, you understand, he keeps no treaty. You understand? He had no, he's like, that's his land. He didn't conquer y'all.
Right.
So I'm just going to give y'all the parcel. He's like, well, we gave him the parcel. I mean, what they need was 1 million acres. It ain't even that many of them.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So keep reading.
Come, sir. Okay, the Onondaga, Seneca, Tuscarora, and some Oneida remained in New York on reservations, while the Mohawk and Cayuga left for Canada and the Oneida settled in Wisconsin and Ontario.
All right, now does anybody know what's so special about this land they're talking about dealing with Seneca? Does anybody know? Does anybody know what Seneca, New York is? Anybody?
Is that the it's one of the islands, ain't it? No?
I'll give you a hint. Seneca Village.
Well, that's what I was thinking of, Seneca Village. I thought that was on one of the islands.
No. Well, no, it's not a name of an island. Well, it is on an island. I will say that.
Is that the grave sites?
So, Seneca Village is Central Park.
Okay, then that's
Damn.
then that's the
So the last remaining parcel of land that they forced them off of, they turned it into eminent domain because it's still considered sovereign land. So that's why they can't build on it. They moved them off of the land, you understand, and they turned it into a national park, which is Central Park in New York, also known as Seneca Village.
Wow.
You understand? Oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. You understand? All right. So let's move on to the next one.
Hey, Salaki, sir, if I
Go
may.
ahead.
It's so cold because, they gave them, it's like when Christians say they love the Lord, love the Most High, but they don't follow the commandments. That's the same thing as the devil giving our people this land on paper, but not in the act of actually giving it to them. You know what I'm saying? They actually still just taking it away from them.
Exactly. All right, so go to the Treaty of Greenville, 1795.
And this is just year after year.
Oh yeah, brother. So it gets real.
Right, come on, sir. This is the Treaty of Greenville, 1795.
Mm-hmm.
As more white settlers moved west into the Great Lake region, a Native American confederacy, including the Shawnee and Delaware.
Now, Delaware is actually a Native American tribe.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying. You about to find out some names of Native American tribes. You be like,
Man.
wait,
What? Go ahead, sir.
yeah. Most of these states are named after Native American tribes that they conquered. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Who had already been driven westward by U.S. expansion, as well as the Miami.
As the what?
The Miami.
So Miami is the name of another Native American tribe. You understand? They also named a very prominent Sodom and Gomorrah city after a tribe that they conquered. Keep reading.
The Ottawa.
Mm-hmm.
The Ojibwa.
Mm-hmm.
And the Potawatomi.
Mm-hmm.
Mounted an armed resistance beginning in the late 1780s.
Keep reading.
After U.S. troops under General Mad Anthony Wayne defeated them in the Battle of Fallen Timbers.
Now, so somebody named Mad, his nickname Mad Anthony Wayne, that's equivalent to somebody named Mad Dog.
Right.
You understand? So you know what's in his heart.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir. Miami Chief Little Turtle and other native leaders ceded large parts of what would become Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin in the Greenville Treaty.
All right, let me pull up the next page for them so they can read along with you. You know what I'm saying? White man is such a devil, brother.
The devil.
You know what I'm saying? That the Bible speaks of, brother. Hold on. 61. Page 62. There we go. All right, go ahead.
Come on, sir. But the treaty provided only short-term resolution.
It only did what?
Provided only short-term resolution.
But I thought we made a treaty forever. Forever. Go ahead, brother.
And that's such a powerful statement that the treaty only provided resolution for a little time, because that's everything about this devil. So even when, we get a little bit of civil rest, it turns back into unrest.
Right.
They've been doing the same thing, and it's not even like black people think it's like it's the brother's fault for being pulled over and not wanting to comply. But that's not his fault. You can't make straight what the Lord made crooked.
Damn right.
So it don't matter how many treaties that you sign or that they sign, the devil was going to turn on them regardless. It's just like Officer Tazadak brought out, around the time of Thanksgiving, that it was never the Indians' fault that they'll go on a piece of land and just start chilling.
Right.
Then the devil come around and they just get mad. The more they see them, that's the more increased their anger get. And then they go on a killing spree again.
Right.
So like it.
Go ahead, brother. Keep reading.
Come on, sir. As continued U.S. expansion quickly nullified its effect. By 1808, Shawnee War Chief Tecumseh had organized a native confederacy to mount armed resistance to continued U.S. seizure of Native American lands.
Brother, I mean, I can't make it more plain than that. You know what I'm saying? Every treaty that they made, they broke. You know why they broke it? Because in your mind, you thinking that we at rest at our borders and we at peace. You understand? So your guard is down, so they're going to come in and have another Thanksgiving and slaughter your people and keep pushing you back. And like how they said in biblical times, raise it, burn it down. You understand? All right. You had something you want to say? Okay, no sweat. All right. Let me get to the next one. See, that was 62. Let's go to 63. All right, go to the Treaty of Fort Wayne, 1809. Yeah, oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah, we about to. I know you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Put the map on the board so they know what Fort Wayne is. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead, brother. You can start where it gives a description of the map.
Okay. Come, sir. This is a Treaty of Fort Wayne, 1809. This is a map of Native American cessions in the Northwest from 1789 to 1816. Territories include land ceded under the Fort Wayne Treaty, labeled C and K on the map, as well as Clark's Grant Greenville Treaty.
So this included the treaty that we just talked about.
Right.
Okay, that they already took that land, so they pushed them further in. Keep reading.
Come, sir. As well as, the Greenville Treaty, the Vincennes Treaty, St. Louis Treaty, Fort Industry Treaty, Grouseland Treaty, and the Detroit Treaty.
So understand, like the Treaty of Fort Wayne encompassed St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, Greenville, Detroit, you understand, and basically the whole Midwest, the Great Lakes area. Okay, all right, okay. So go ahead, keep reading. Hold on, let me pull up the next page so they can just read the paragraph along with you.
So like it, sir.
Go ahead, brother.
Just all this sound like just like somebody coming up to your face, got a knife in their hand, they swing it and miss, and you pop them. Now they sorry. Now they saying, okay, well, let's talk about it. Now they want to talk, and as soon as you say, okay, let's squash it, man, and you turn and walk away, they swinging at you again.
Right.
Like how many times is it gonna take for you to understand that it ain't nothing you could do to have peace with these people?
But so I mean, it's no different from blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today. Unfortunately, they think because because it didn't happen to me, you know what I'm saying? It's not my reality. You know, watch yourself, brother. Watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not my reality. It isn't real life.
Right.
Okay. So and that's the same thing, right? So they've heard stories of what the white man has done to different Native American tribes. They were like, well, maybe this white man is different than the other white man. You know, they said the white man, you know, he had war in his heart and all of this, right. But you know, Billy's okay. Yeah. Bob, you know, Bob's all right, man.
Bob bought me lunch.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Bob bought me some venison, but what you didn't know, that venison had pork in it, right. So he could take over your people. You know what I'm saying? Did we not bring that out, Uriah? You know what I'm saying? Like, the white man is such an evil people. Like, the Native Americans was so righteous. Like, they didn't touch any, because like the white man, they was so disgusting, filthy, right? They would eat whatever was left after vultures didn't had at it. You know what I'm saying? Mountain lions didn't had at it. If it was a carcass left over, if they was eating at the stomach, we gonna cut the leg off. You know what I'm saying? But you don't understand, rigor mortis already set in them bones, so it didn't already start to decay and break down. So it's maggots and all types of shit in the food. Man, bro, my bag in the car. You know what I'm saying? It started with an S. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So what you have to understand is that the white man is just so disgusting, and he knew in order to get the Native Americans to fall, he had to get them to break their laws. Just like he knew back in Romans times and Greek times, in order to destroy these people, you have to get them to break their laws. So what he would do was he would mingle pork with venison meat and make a red stew out of it and serve it to him. So now he'd be like, man, that tastes real good. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, man, there's some pork in there. What? Like, bro, you know I can't eat that? But that pork was good.
Damn.
So now he gonna bring it to his people. That's why when you go to the grocery store right now, you gotta read the back of your labels. That's why majority of your beef sausages got pork casing.
Right.
Majority of your chicken sausages got pork casing. Even if you get a vegetarian sausage, it's in pork casing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read the back of it because he's still doing the same thing that he was doing back then. You understand? Go ahead and read.
Come. Just to reiterate, this is the Treaty of Fort Wayne, 1809.
Mm-hmm.
In this treaty, negotiated by William Henry Harrison, then governor of Indiana Territory, with native tribes including the Delaware, Potawatomi, Miami, and Eel River tribes, the United States acquired 2.5 million acres of land.
How many?
2.5 million acres of land.
Now, in the Greenville Treaty that we just read, of that 2.5 million, he allocated 1 million of it to the Native American tribes. Right. You understand? And then he bust that all the way down to where all they had, what was left, is what was now known as Central Park in the city of New York in New York State. You understand? That's how wicked the white man is. You understand? Keep reading.
Come, sir. 2.5 million acres of land in what is now Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio.
So the Native American tribes owned all the United States, but in this specific instance, they owned Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. You understand? That was the 2.5 million acres that they seized. You understand? It's just wicked, man. Keep reading.
Come. For the equivalent of about 2 cents per acre.
Hold on, how much?
To the equivalent of about 2 cents per acre.
Hold on, I gotta do the math, brother. I gotta do the math, brother. You know what I'm saying? Say 2.5 million acres times 0.002. They paid $5,000 for 2.5 million acres of land. They paid $5,000 for Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. Go ahead, brother.
Go try to purchase some land for $5,000 right now. I bet somebody will laugh in your face.
Exactly. You understand? If you try and, I don't even think you can get an eighth of an acre for $5,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, they purchased, let's see, 1, 2, 3. They purchased 4 states for $5,000. The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. You understand? That is ridiculous. Insidious, malevolent. You understand? Malicious. You understand? Keep reading.
Come, sir. Tecumseh and others argued that the treaty signers had no authority to sell the land.
You understand? This they land, they ancestors been living on this land since forever. As long as they can remember, they have settled on this land, hunted on this land, fished on this land. You understand? And they're saying that these people had no authority to sell the land. So the parchment they sold them, you know what they did? They took it.
Right.
And those that didn't want to move, they killed them and had another Thanksgiving party. You understand? And if you don't know about Thanksgiving, go back and watch the class. You understand? Like, the original Thanksgiving is about the mass genocide of 700 women, children, and men on a green corn festival. You know what the green corn festival is? Passover. You understand? That's why it disgusts me when I hear these fake Israelite groups tell me that Native Americans, you understand, South Americans and Central Americans aren't of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. The water, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. You understand? Because when you look up Passover, the month that it's in is the month of Abib, right? When you pull the Strong's Concordance number for that, right? One of the description is the beginning of blossom, the beginning of early harvest, green corn. You understand? And every Native American tribe had a green corn festival. The Mayans had a green corn festival. The Olmecs, the Aztecs had a green corn festival. They committed mass genocide on a high holy day. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And warned Americans not to settle there. In 1811, Harrison led an attack on a Native American camp on the Tippecanoe River.
He did what?
He led an attack on a Native American camp.
He committed genocide on a Native American village.
Right.
Keep reading.
Come. Beginning a new U.S. Native conflict that would last through the War of 1812.
You understand? Like, good night, brother. Like, matter of fact, give me scripture I want. Give me Psalms 55 and 19.
Come, sir. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 19. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah. Because they have no changes, therefore they fear not God.
Say that one more time, brother.
Come, sir. God shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old. Salah, because they have no changes.
The white man has not changed, man. You understand? And because he has not changed, the Lord is going to afflict them because they have afflicted you. There is unatoned blood of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on this soil, man.
Right.
You understand? On the soil of Great Britain, man. Of England, of Europe, man. You understand? On the continent of Africa. You understand? In Russia. In the Ukraine. There's unatoned blood because we were spread to the four corners of the earth. Right. Keep reading.
Come, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
Say it again.
He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
What is peace? A treaty.
Right.
The white man has put forth hands against those that he has made treaty with. You understand? Like, this is biblical, man. Like this, like you can't, like what scriptures say, you can't make a vessel straight that was designed crooked.
Right.
This is his spirit, man. Keep reading.
Come. He hath broken his covenant.
He had done what?
Broken his covenant.
He hath broken his treaty. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
You understand? You know what? I know y'all taught us how to survive in this land because the crops that we brought over, they didn't survive. So y'all taught us how to farm corn, the different types of corn. You understand? Y'all taught us agriculture. Y'all taught us, how to build homes in this climate. You understand? But what? Read that again.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
You understand? Like, we love you guys. We would never do anything to harm you guys. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be at peace with y'all because y'all have held us down, so we're going to hold you down. You understand? Keep reading. Yeah, we're going to hold you down for real. Yeah.
But war was in his heart.
What was in his heart?
War was in his heart.
War was in his heart the whole time, man. You understand? You can't make straight what the Lord has designed crookedly. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
You understand? Give me Genesis 27 and 19, man. You know, we're going to breeze through this real quick. You understand? Like, the white man is his spirit is always at war. The spirit of Esau will forever be at war with the spirit of Jacob because of this. Go ahead.
Come, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 19. And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless me. Verse 20. And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said,
Salakia, drop down to people serve the nations by down 40, blah blah blah. Give me drop down to 37, Salakia.
Come, sir. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold,
36. There we go. 36.
Come, sir. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 36. And he said, Is not he rightly named Jacob? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he taketh away my blessing.
You understand? But he didn't take away his birthright. He gave it up for a morsel of stew. And of course, his mother, being wise, he's like, no, you're not about to get this firstborn blessing and birthright. You gave that up. You sold it over to your brother, so he gonna get it.
Right.
So in her wisdom, she made him keep right on his word. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? Verse 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord.
The white man knows that we are their Lord. You understand? The Most High told their mother that the younger will be greater than the older, right, from the womb. You understand? That's why we the salt of the earth, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's why we able to take nothing and make it into something. Because we are truly the children of the Most High God. We are Yasha Allah. We are princes of the power and daughters of Zion. You understand? Keep reading.
Come, sir. And all his brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine have I sustained him.
You understand? With what?
Corn and wine.
With what?
Corn.
With what?
Corn.
Say it again.
Corn.
You understand? And I'm gonna tell you something, right? You know, and I've been saying I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a whole class, right, on the agricultural origin of maize or corn. You understand? That's how you know Israel being coming over here. You understand? Because corn is indigenous to the Americas. You understand? You know, like when they had that story, that old fable, Children of the Corn, they're talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? The children of Jacob. We are the children of the corn because what? Read it again.
I have given to him servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him.
You understand? With corn and look, like Jack Daniels, the recipe for Jack Daniels was started by a black man, which is the son of Jacob. You understand? It's corn whiskey. All the spirits that you enjoy today are in America are made from corn. You understand? And can't nobody I don't care what nobody say. Can't nobody make hooch like a black man.
Right.
You understand? Like I got my own family recipe of hooch. You know what I'm saying? If you've been blessed to have it, you know what it is. You understand? With corn and wine, he has sustained us. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
Shall be what?
The fatness of the earth.
You understand? Like he is enjoying the fatness of the earth right now, right? That's why the scripture it says Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is that follows thereafter. You understand? Through the ashes of this empire crashing, Yasha Allah, the princes of the power, shall rise like a phoenix out of the ashes.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
Come. And of the dew of heaven from above.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 40. And by thy sword.
By the what?
Thy sword.
By the what?
Thy sword.
Uh-huh.
Shalt thou live.
You understand? That's why everything that happened to the Native Americans happened. That's why the Trail of Tears, you understand, that took place happened. You understand? Like because, say it again.
And by the sword shalt thou live.
You understand? And like the brother Thaba One, you know what I'm saying? My Gadite brother, his brother taught such an awesome lesson, you know what I'm saying, on the Trail of Tears and what they did to the Native Americans, man. Like y'all need to check that class out, bro. You know what I'm saying? That is a powerful lesson. You understand? Because war is in his heart. You understand? Like everything the white man does is by the sword. You understand? Because he don't got no sauce, man. He can't create nothing. He can't create something from nothing. So he has to take the salt of the earth, the thing that gives this earth flavor. You understand? So that he can sustain himself. Keep reading.
Come, sir. And shall serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion.
Mm-hmm.
And thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob.
And Esau did what?
Hated Jacob.
You understand? The white man hates blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. This is why he does this is why he breaks every single treaty that he makes with you. Read.
Come. Because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him.
Mm-hmm.
And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning for my father are at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
And that's why he been slaying you ever since. That's why it's been Alton Sterling. That's why it's been Tamir Rice. That's why it's been Sandra Bland. You understand? That's why it's been Breonna Taylor. That's why it's been George Floyd. You understand? Because he's been slaying his brother ever since. Because his words are smooth as butter, but war is in his heart, man. You understand? Give me, what do I want? Give me, let's see. That's cool. All right, so let's go back to, all right, so we didn't deal with some of the Northern Kingdom, right? Let's deal with the Southern Kingdom, all right? So let me start with, give y'all a timeline, all right? Give y'all a timeline real quick. All right, let me pull this up on the screen. Give you a timeline real quick. All right, so the same thing he did with the Native Americans is the same thing he did with the so-called Negro or African Americans. All right, okay. So, all right. So, first thing that happened, right? You understand? Okay, of course we went through slavery, right? So slavery was abolished in 1865, right? So in 1865, the thing that abolished slavery was the 13th Amendment. You understand? You go to the it's a picture I sent you describing the 13th Amendment. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen for the brothers and sisters to read along with you.
A picture. Okay.
It should be one of the first ones. It should be from Google.
Google. Oh, okay. This is something different.
You see it?
I believe so. Reconstruction.
Hold on.
I don't know if this is it.
No, I didn't send it to you. Hold on, I got you.
Oh, okay.
My bad, brother. I got you. 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. No, I did send it to you. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th one from the top.
Okay.
You see it?
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Section 1.
This is from Google about the 13th Amendment. The Constitution of the United States of America, 1789, revised in 1992. Section 1. This is Amendment 13, Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime.
Now watch this, right? So they abolished slavery, right? So that's the gift. Niggas, y'all not slaves no more, right? Here come the catch-22, except what?
As a punishment for crime.
You understand? So that lets you know right off bat, if you got people that's in jail,
Right.
they slaves.
Right.
If you got people that's in prison, in the penal system, they slaves. You understand? Keep reading.
Come on, sir.
Except punishment for crime.
Come on, sir. Whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
You understand? So remember, oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart. All right? So I want you to go to the last one I sent you where it starts off. It says in early 1866.
Okay, hold on, sir.
No, matter of fact, we're radical Reconstruction. That's what I want you. That's what I want you to read.
Okay,
That's the second to last one, I believe, from what I see, from what I sent to you.
nah. Okay, that's from the beginning, I believe.
Okay, so I guess it's sent it backwards to you.
Right.
All right,
Right.
no sweat. All right, hold on, let me pull it up on the screen for him. All right, go ahead.
Did you want to start with in early 1866?
No, radical Reconstruction.
After Northern.
There you go.
Come, sir. This is from history.com. Radical Reconstruction. After Northern voters rejected Johnson's policies in the congressional elections in late 1866, radical Republicans in Congress took firm hold of Reconstruction in the South. The following March, again, over Johnson's veto, Congress passed the Reconstruction Act of 1867, which temporarily divided the South into 5 military districts and outlined how governments based on universal male suffrage were to be organized. The law also required Southern states to ratify the 14th Amendment.
All right. Now let's find out what the 14th Amendment is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen. We're gonna come back to that one. Go to the next slide that I sent to you.
Okay.
The Google one talking about the 14th Amendment. It should be close to the end, just since everything was sent in reverse from what I sent you.
Okay, so it should be close to the end.
Right.
Civil rights. That's not it. That's not it. That's about the Constitution. Okay, I believe this is it right here.
Where it says Section 1, all
Persons,
persons.
concern.
All
Okay.
right.
This is from Google. The Constitution of Amendments. The Constitution of United States of America, 1789. Subject 1.
The 14th Amendment.
14th Amendment. Subject was Section 1. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside.
All right. So now, understand this, right? So this is what. So Native Americans were at this point were no longer the only people that could be called Americans. All right. So oppression makes a wise man mad, but a gift also destroys the heart. Right. So when they freed you, they wanted to ratify the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment was originally for white people because when whites originally came over here, you know what I'm saying, that includes the French, the Dutch, you understand, the Portuguese, the Spaniards, right? They were foreigners, okay? What the 14th Amendment allowed was if you were born here, right, so if you had children here, which is why our Hispanic brethren, when they come across the border, they want to be quick to have a baby so their children can be American citizens under the 14th Amendment, right? Which is their land. This is their land anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when they're born here, you understand, you are automatically a citizen of the United States in a state wherein that you resided. Okay? All right? So they wanted them to ratify this to include the current freedmen, mulattoes, Native Americans, and currently freed slaves. All right, keep reading.
Come, sir. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny to any person within his jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws.
Now understand this. They keep giving you these rights, but the ratification of it was unless it's due to the due process of law. So under state law, if you are convicted, you are a slave. You understand? Slavery ain't went nowhere. Understand that. Realize that. Let that sink in and settle in. Slavery ain't went nowhere. You understand? All right, go back to the slide that we was on. Let me pull it back up for the people. All right. Keep going after the 14th Amendment, which broadened.
Right. Which broadened the definition of citizenship. Granting equal protection of the Constitution to former slaves before they could rejoin the Union. In February 1869, Congress approved the 15th Amendment.
The what?
The 15th Amendment.
All right, so now let's find out what the 15th Amendment is. You understand? See, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you understand, we're going to bring out the truth. All right, we not going to assume nothing. We going to pull out the records. You understand?
Right.
All right. Let me pull it up on the screen so they can read along with you. Hold on 1 second. All right, that's the one that starts with the right of citizens.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It's the Constitution of United States of America. Amendment 15, Section 1. The right of citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States.
Wait. So you mean to tell me when our parents said that, our people fought and died, You know what I'm saying? For our right to vote. That. So we had the right to vote. What year did it say? 17 what?
98.
1789.
1789.
So so this was written in 1789. Slavery was abolished in 1865. So from 1865, because of the Reconstruction Act of 1867, African Americans, Native Americans, mulattoes, and people of color had the right to vote. Since 1867, the Reconstruction Act. That's what it say right here. You understand? Because they had them ratify the 14th Amendment, correct? Right. And the 15th Amendment, right? Right. Keep reading.
Come. By the United States or by any state on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
I mean, that's self-explanatory, right? You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's go back to where we was reading at. All right, let me pull it back up on the screen for him. All right, go ahead.
Adopted in 1870, which guaranteed...
Didn't I just say that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Which guaranteed that a citizen's right to vote would not be denied on account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
Okay, so in 1870, right, black people had the right to vote. Native Americans had the right to vote. If you were a mulatto, which a mulatto was which you had a Native American father or an African American mother or African American father or Native American mother, you know what I'm saying, or a Native American father and a white mother, you understand, you were given the right to vote. You understand, in 1870 due to the Reconstruction Act. All right, okay. You understand? Now let's see what happened, right? All right, so let's go to the next one. Next one after that. And pull that up on. Come on, brother. Come on now. Oh, let me scroll it down so they can read along with you. Okay, so they give you they free you, right? They give you the 13th Amendment, right? That frees you. They ratify the 13th Amendment to include people of color that were enslaved, right? On top of that, they ratify the 14th and the 15th Amendment, which allows you the right to vote, right? You understand? And allows you to become a citizen in the state in which you resided. Right. You understand, that you were born in. All right? Now let's read this. All right? So this Reconstruction comes to an end. Right. All right?
After 1867, an increasing number of Southern whites turned to violence in response to the revolutionary changes of radical Reconstruction.
Whoa, wait. So you giving these niggas the same rights as white folks?
Oh, no.
That's radical. We're human. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. The Ku Klux Klan and other white supremacist organizations targeted local Republican leaders, white and black.
So understand, blacks as an origin, as a political party, were Republican, not Democrats. We're going to find out who the Democrats really are.
Right.
You understand? Because they the same people. Keep reading.
Right. And other African Americans who challenged white authority. Though federal legislation passed during the administration of President Ulysses S. Grant in 1871 took aim at the Klan and others who attempted to interfere with black suffrage and other political rights, white supremacy gradually reasserted its hold on the South after the early 1870s as support for Reconstruction waned. Racism was still a potent force in both South and North, and Republicans became more conservative and less egalitarian as the decade continued. In 1874, after an economic depression plunged much of the South into poverty, the Democratic Party won control of the House of Representatives.
I know, so let me pull up the next one so they can read along with you.
Okay.
Where it says after the Civil War, after the Civil War, the 15th Amendment.
Okay, come, sir. Okay, that's the next part. After the Civil War, the 15th Amendment, ratified in 1870, prohibited states from denying a male citizen the right to vote based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. Nevertheless, in the ensuing decades, various discriminatory practices were used to prevent African Americans, particularly those in the South, from exercising their right to vote.
And this is known as the Black Codes. All right? So let me pull the timeline back up so you can see the timeline of us getting gifts and what takes place, you know what I'm saying, how it destroys our hearts. You know what I'm saying? You get hope from all right, so first you got the abolishment of slavery, which is known as today is you know, as far as the celebration, Juneteenth, right? Okay? And then you have the awareness, you know what I'm saying? Then you have slavery, you know what I'm saying? I mean, life after slavery or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the KKK, you know what I'm saying, that's formed. But during this time, you have the formation of the Black Codes, all right? So let's find out some information on the Black Codes and what they are, all right? Let me pull these up for you guys. 1 second. I think it's this one right here. All right. So go to the one. My brother.
Come, sir. This is the passage of the Black Codes. Even as former slaves fought to assert their independence and gain economic autonomy during the earliest years of Reconstruction, white landowners acted to control the labor force through a system similar to the one that had existed during slavery.
All right, now watch this. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 20. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the curses while we in the condition that we in right now, because we chose not to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. This is a byproduct of it. Read it when you got it.
Come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do.
In what?
In all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do.
You understand? Is that not the labor force? You know what I'm saying? You can work 5 12s.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? 5 13s. You can work 6 15s.
Damn.
No matter how hard you work, you're not gonna rise. Because you chose to break the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Lord thy God. And even in the midst, this is what baffles me. Like with Christians, even in the midst of the condition that we're in now, the signs of the times, what baffles me is you still celebrate Christmas, and Jeremiah chapter 10 explicitly tells you not to.
Right.
You understand? You celebrate New Year's, and the Bible tells you not to follow after the ways of the heathen. You understand? You still taking up interracial marriages, and the Bible explicitly tells you not to. The word tells you to come out of her, my people.
Right.
So you are not partakers of their plagues. You see the pestilence. You understand? You see the curses. We literally have the water turning to blood like in Egypt. It's called red tide. But because you are not established, the scripture says that my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Right.
You don't see these as biblical plagues. You see these as issues of global warming, byproducts of it. Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, sir. They see it as whatever the oppressor tell them to see it as.
Because not only are you under a curse, you're under a spell, which is the same thing.
Right.
Keep reading, brother.
Come, sir. Until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of thy wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
You understand? Like, our culture has perished, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you don't know your native tongue.
Right.
You speak English, or you speak Spanish, or you speak Portuguese, or you speak French, or Dutch. You understand? You speak the language of your oppressor. You understand? Like, people be talking about, you know, our Hispanic brethren, you know, they more in touch and intact. No, they not. They just as destroyed. You understand? Because they eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. They speak Spanish just like you speak English, and you eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You understand? You Christian, they Catholics. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You Islam and Voodoo, you understand? They Santeria and Voodoo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like y'all in the same bucket, man. But you say we not the same people?
Right. Like,
Go ahead, brother.
Salaki, sir. Like, I don't understand how people could say that we got more. Like, we come from the Hamite people. We ain't got nothing in common with them people besides the color of our skin. If you look at our Hispanic brothers and sisters and the natives and see what they going through, we going through the same thing.
Exact same
Them
thing.
people over there, they get millions and billions of dollars put into they Ghanas and all this stuff. You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
let me ask you a question. When the last time you seen a Nigerian gunned down by the police? When the last time you seen a Kenyan gunned down by the police? When the last time you seen somebody from Nairobi gunned down by the police? When you heard of somebody from Cape Town being gunned down by the police? When you heard of somebody from the Congo or from the Sudan being gunned down by the police? You know what I'm saying? When you heard of somebody from Lagos being gunned down by the police? You understand? When you seen somebody from Ghana being gunned down by the police here in America? You haven't. You only see blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being gunned down by Esau. Right. Because we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And what did Esau said? He said he hated Jacob. Right. And after the mourning period of his father Isaac, that he would hunt Jacob. Right. And he's been hunting us ever since, brother. You understand? Keep reading.
Verse 21. The Lord shall make thee
go back to the joint, to the page we was at.
Come, sir. This is the passage of the Black Code?
Yeah. I think you stopped at
labor force?
Yeah, labor force.
Okay. White landowners, well, I'm going to read that again, sir. White landowners acted to control the labor force through a system similar to the one that had existed during slavery. Mm-hmm. To that end, In late 1865, Mississippi and South Carolina enacted the first black codes. Mississippi's law required blacks to have written evidence of employment for the coming year each January.
Now, I want y'all to pay close attention to this.
Good night.
Pay close attention to this. Read this one more time.
I'm on, sir.
Pay close attention to this. Read this one more time.
Mississippi's law required blacks to have written evidence of employment for the coming year each January.
No. It's worse than that. Keep reading.
If they left before the end of the contract, they would be forced to forfeit earlier wages and were subject to arrest.
Pause. Does this or does this not sound like probation? This is the beginning of probation. This is parole. You understand? When you got freed from slavery, niggas was on parole. If you didn't have a job, Salakia, your ass was going back to jail. You was going back to slavery. You understand? If you did not have a job when you was freed from slavery, you was going back to slavery. You was going to jail. You understand what I'm saying? If you did not, and then on top of that, that puts further in perspective what sharecropping was. Sharecropping was slavery. You understand? Because you were supposed to be working to own the land, but you had to get the seed and the tools from the white man, and they made sure you was always in the deficit. And if you couldn't work off that deficit, you was constantly in slavery. And you couldn't leave, right? You couldn't travel. You couldn't leave the state. You understand? Because you owed money to the white man. That's probation. You understand? You running from a debt to society. If you don't have a job, you don't pay off your debt to society, which is the terms of your probation to finish off your sentence of slavery while you were in prison, you go back to what? Slavery. You understand what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are still in slavery. Go ahead, brother.
And that's so heavy what you just dropped that we don't even look at the conditions of our hiring. We don't look at because 9 times out of 10 when a black person sign a contract for anything, you skim through it real fast because you're so happy that you got a job.
You don't even read the terms of conditions to update on your apps.
Right.
That's the truth.
It could literally say, by updating this app, you're a slave.
And we gonna click OK.
And you gonna click OK because you don't want to read the terms and conditions. You understand? As long as my Facebook's still working, my Instagram's still popping, and Twitter's still flowing.
And the part of it that just hit the most, because I've spent a portion of my life on probation, and that was technically if I didn't have a job by a certain time, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just, oh yeah, we finna revoke your probation. You gonna have to do this full year and a half.
Yeah,
you gonna do it all.
Right.
So go and get that job.
But guess what? What's even worse, right? If you go to jail, you get a DWI.
You hit.
Or you don't have insurance.
You hit.
Right? And you get charged for it, you get a surcharge, right? Consecutively for 3 years. If you fail to pay the surcharge, a warrant is put out for your arrest, and you go back to jail, which sends you back to prison to start the cycle all over again. Because if you convicted felon, what's the hardest thing for you to get? A job.
And then to go along with that, now they make it so hard, not just for the job, but even for you to be able to have a place to stay.
Right.
So if your cycle is constantly going over and going over, well, you got revocations on
Right.
that now. So it ain't just a charge. You got a charge on top of a charge. Well, you didn't revoke your parole by doing something else.
You are a repeat offender.
Yes. And I asked a question, because like my uncle just did 20 years, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, man, when does an ex-con stop being a con? Because if you're not doing it no more, what still makes you a convict, and why do they still treat you as such? You just bringing it out now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lock it.
You still a slave. Like, you are a slave. You are a ward of the state. Once you are convicted of a felon, you know what I'm saying, or a misdemeanor. It can be a misdemeanor. We're going to bring that out. I mean, I think it's only 10 minutes. It's going to have to be a 2-part series, man. Like, if you are convicted of a felon or a misdemeanor, you know what I'm saying, you are a ward of the state. You understand? And you have to pay due diligence to the state. You can't get a passport. You can't vote. You understand? You can't get a weapon. You understand? Like, these are all black codes. The same black codes that they gave us when slavery was abolished in 1865 is the same conditions of probation. You understand? You blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are still slaves, man. Go ahead and finish reading this out. We're going to stop right here, and we're going to pick up. We're going to do part 2 next week.
Come on, sir.
And this is history. This is history. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come on, sir. In South Carolina, a law prohibited blacks from holding any
Come on.
occupation other than farmer or servant unless they paid an annual tax of $10 to $100.
You understand? Hold on. I didn't even have it on screen for them to read with you. Go, read it one more time. Read it one more time.
Come on, sir. In South Carolina, a law prohibited blacks from holding any occupation other than farmer or servant.
So you couldn't be a banker, couldn't be an engineer, couldn't be a doctor, you couldn't be an architect. You understand? You could only be a field hand, a waiter, a bus boy. You understand? You could even be a bus driver, a doorman, bellhop is the correct term, an elevator boy.
Dang.
You understand? A shoe shiner. You understand? That's why in all these old movies, you see black boys and men shining shoes. Right. Because you was only relegated to be a servant, or black women as maids. Go ahead. Well, you first, and then you're right. We gonna stop there.
So a lot of people don't even know, like, let's say like the waitresses, the practice of them not getting paid and only getting paid
$2.13 an hour,
right, comes from the fact that they couldn't, from what we're talking about right now, because they had to get a slave something, but they didn't want to pay them, so they say, oh, you're gonna make all your money off tips, and we just, like, that started from slavery,
right?
And it's a practice that's still going on
today. Keep reading. Go ahead.
So, Lucky, if I may, I don't know if you caught the video that I brought out the other Monday, right? So even with the same thing, with them holding us in them positions, we began to excel in those positions and still became a leading class in America up until the 1950s.
With the Harlem Renaissance.
Working them jobs.
Yeah.
The same jobs that they belittled us to and kept us to.
What's that movie with Oprah and it was like
The Help?
The Help and the Butler. Yeah. You understand? That's talking about exactly what you're talking about right now. Go ahead.
Like, we ended up still being one of the leading classes because going into those inner cities, those were the only jobs that, like you say, with the black codes, the employer still held to.
Right.
So we couldn't go be a cashier or nothing like that.
You couldn't even be a cab driver.
You still had to go work in service. And working in that service, we began to pull that money in together because now I can't go shop at the department store. But that's the video that I brought out showed that we had all that money saved up from the things that we couldn't go buy.
Right.
They showed the secret to selling to black people.
Right.
It made us give up our money to them.
Right.
And that video that I showed was from like the 1960s, 1950s. I used it last month.
Man, get that brother a hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all good. And with that, we're going to say Amajim, which means to stand. Sar means to turn. You know what I'm saying? We're going to face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew, then in English. 1 second. Let me transition that out. All right. Repeat after me. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayah. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak with Ka. Daba'ah. Ratazayaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'aratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayah. Natalanawa. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalaknawa. Kabawatinawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawatinawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'ainawa. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hawashainawa. Mayan. Rad. Kaya. Lakam. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Wahata Para. La'awalamium. Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Sar, turn your face to front. Give a courtesy salute to the brothers, then to the sisters. Men of Israel, mighty Shabbat, Haji, Rock, Abolishment of Slavery, Yazimatah. Sar, turn your face to sisters. Men of Israel, mighty Shabbat, Haji, Rock, Yahushua.